I've always wondered something about 1980s action films. You know, in each of these films, you see a girl, and she's kind of stuck up, has a bit of an attitude problem, and, shoulder pads up to here. And, there's a guy in her life, he's the action hero, and, he's nice to her, but she kind of treats him pretty badly. And they have arguments about stuff that I don't quite understand. And it looks like she's gonna just about kick him to the curb when all of a sudden, it's an action film, so she gets attacked, and he saves her. He saves the day. He's the action hero. That's what happens. And as soon as he saves the day and gets rid of the bad guy, her demeanor suddenly changes. Suddenly she's like, "Please, Brad, you need to help me. I'm alone, and a white bitch in a high-rise apartment in the 1980s. And I need to have sex with you, otherwise I can't go to sleep tonight." And then you see Brad, and he's like, "Okay." And then they do stuff that I can't actually animate here, otherwise they're going to suspend my account, and, I can't have that happen. And that kind of got me wondering, how come you never see this in too many ethnic films of that era? Not that it didn't happen, just not as often as you see in Caucasian films. I kind of get a little bit confused too, because, back in the day when these films were coming out, there were a lot of women's magazines that actually kind of praised those women, and they were saying, "Oh, these are strong, independent females." Well, I tend to disagree. I don't think anything could be further from the truth. I think they were very weak. I just can't imagine like Shaniqua being like that. Like you see the infamous shower scene, and the bad guy comes and he rips open the shower curtain and he's like, "I'm gonna cut you!" And Shaniqua would be like, "Oh hell nah!" And she clubs him with a bottle of TCB. You hear all this screaming off camera, and then they pan back and she's cleaning up from the damage, and she's like, "I can't believe any of this shit. What the hell is wrong with your crazy ass getting blood up in my perm? I'm gonna have Sinead redo this. Swear to God, gonna take me an hour to clean this shit up. I gotta move." Now that I feel would be a little bit more empowering than, the girl who just sits on her bed waiting for somebody to have sex with her.